What's going on, everyone? Anthony Cofrancesco here from Listing Optimization AI, and this video will be a rapid fire session on generating new concepts and editing. So if you see on the screen here, we are back with the product I've been following in these demos. We've got the USB microphone, and I'm going to do a really realistic about 20-minute session of what my workflow looks like as I'm generating new concepts and as I'm editing concepts. So what you're going to notice here is there are a lot more images than what is generated by default. I've got something like 8 images just for my main images. And then let's see here, we've got 23 different concepts for secondary images. And so we're just going to keep rolling with this. Where I'm going to start is on editing images. And in the previous video, I've showed a little bit of this. I'm going to go a little bit deeper here. So let's take a look at this image, for example. The goal here, if I'm thinking of my rule 1, the goal here, the purpose is a testimonial graphic. And off the bat, this testimonial graphic looks pretty decent, but I'm always looking at how can I improve this image? How can I make that purpose more clear and just make an all-around better image? So I'm looking here, and I don't like this 100% clarity guarantee. I don't like that it says verified purchase. I don't like the 5 stars. And so all I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this button here to edit. Oh, I don't want to increase the font size. And I'm just going to give that feedback directly into the AI editor. So I'm going to say, remove the 5 stars, remove verified purchase badge, remove 100% clarity, make the testimonial half the length, and that's going to be good for right now. I might want to go back and change up the copy. I haven't really given a lot of look at this, but I'm just trying to give you an idea of what your flow should look like when editing. So this looks to be a multi-feature graphic, really talking about why do you want to purchase this brand, and it's giving us a few different areas talking about why this product is great. So I'm looking here, I'm trying to think of the purpose. We're covering multiple purposes in one graphic. I typically don't like doing that. I like to break my images out as multiple graphics. Sometimes these can be good. I'm gonna look here, plug and play, Mac and Windows, one touch mute, 360. So it's like one touch mute. We already have that in another graphic that I really like. 360 flexible gooseneck, I like that. Crystal clear voice quality, noise canceling. So I'm just gonna get rid of the one touch mute with bright LED. And I don't really like how the background is a little boring. So I'm just gonna, again, click edit image, and I'm gonna give it the feedback that I just mentioned. So remove the text call out and icon that says one touch mute with bright LED. Make the background more futuristic, more dynamic. And we'll see how it does with that. In the other video, I told you I'm using Whisperflow, so it allows me to just speak the edits that I want, and it goes very quick. Now, I am not waiting for these other images to finish rendering. I'm just gonna go rapid fire and try to get through as many of these as I can in 10 minutes. So this is a seasonal graphic, gifting graphic. Right off the bat, I don't love this. It looks a little bit strange. Fun gift they'll love, perfect for laughs and smiles. Yeah, don't really love it. It looks a little awkward in the hand. So here, if it's not in the right ballpark, I have no shame with going back to my generate concept button, and let's see what other options we have for our seasonal graphics. And so I'm just coming here to generate concept. I'm clicking on seasonal. I would encourage you to look through all of the different image types and templates that we have. And let me see if there's something that I like a little bit better. I think this is the template it was based off of initially. So we don't really have a lot of options here. Let's try this, no models, generate new concept. Sometimes like adding in the person is a little weird. Just to see if I can clean this up, I'm gonna think, what would I want to make this graphic look better? I'm just trying to think here. This is like off the top of my head. You know what? In the interest of time, I think I'm just gonna move on. Let's show like a partner, husband, spouse giving this gift. So show the gifter more clearly on the left side of the screen, make the product look more realistic, like the woman is pulling it out of the box. Let's see how that goes. Okay, and I'm doing a time check here. We've spent about 5-6 minutes on this. Okay, here, I like the 4 quadrants of this graphic: Mother's Day, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Valentine's, but I wanna swap these out a little bit. Like, nobody's getting a USB microphone for Thanksgiving. Christmas, I think, could happen. Valentine's Day, it's all a little bit weird. So I'm gonna switch this a little bit, and I'm gonna say, we're gonna go back to edit the image, and I'm gonna say, change the gifting occasions. And then we're going to say top left quadrant, Mother's Day. I'm going to change Mother's Day to coworker gift. What should Thanksgiving Day be? I'm just going to say change Thanksgiving Day to busy mom. And then we'll leave Christmas and Valentine's Day. And I don't need a question mark. So this is why I like using Whisperflow, because I'm not the best at spelling. I have no problem admitting that. So again, we're just like letting these things roll, and we're gonna we've got another, I think, 2 or 3 minutes on editing, and then I'm gonna get into generation. So find your voice, USB microphone. So this is showing the whole product line. In this case, I don't think we actually have a full product line, but just to give you an idea of the graphics you can make. The only thing I want to remove, remember, the most important thing is purpose. This is not about plug and play reliability. It's about showing the entire product line. So I'm just going to remove this badge in the top right-hand side. So again, I'm going to click edit, and I'm going to say, remove the badge in the top right corner that says plug and play reliability. Confirm. So I'm getting through these edits pretty quickly. When you're doing this on your own, probably slow it down about 50%, maybe even twice as slow as what I'm doing now, and really try to think about that rule 1. What is the purpose of this image? So 99% plug and play success rate, be heard clearly, instantly, anywhere. And then based on internal setup success rate, performance may vary. Okay, I like this. I like the big metric. I like the big number, but I want to show someone plugging and playing, right? I want to match the graphic to the purpose of the image. So I'm going to swap that out and just say, turn into a lifestyle image that shows a model plugging this into a laptop. The white background is a little too boring, doesn't give enough context. And I just want to reaffirm, keep the metric in large text 99% plug and play success rate. I think I could probably get rid of this asterisk in the text at the bottom, but let's just see how it does. Let's just see how it does with that, and come back here. So product dimensions, I think overall this graphic here just looks a little boring. So I'm gonna just change this and say, like, I love how the dimensions are done, but I want this in a lifestyle scenario so I get more context for how large the product is. So change the white background to be more of a lifestyle scenario. Use multiple shots if needed. This should give context for how large the product is and how big the dimensions are. Okay, and we're just going to confirm that. It's already generating, and we are rolling along here. This is basically how far I've made it previously, so I know I might be a little over 10 minutes, but I'm just going to try to get through these last 5 images pretty quickly. Now, this one I actually like. I love, if I'm going to do sizing, showing it with context of how large is it compared to a desk, how large is it compared to a keyboard, so I'm not just relying on the numbers. So this one I think is actually good. I think this is probably not needed here, so I'm just going to remove the circle. Remove the white circle showing the USB connector on the right-hand side of the screen. And I'm going to confirm that. This is a micro tweak. This is just a lifestyle image showing the product in use. I like this a lot. Just to keep it moving, I'm going to swap it out with a male model. Change the model to be male, keep everything else very similar. And if I wanted to go deeper on this, I could say like, hey, let's change this to be in an office setting. Change the lifestyle scene to be in an office. And I'm going to do one more just for good measure. I want to see what this looks like inside of a coffee shop. Change the lifestyle scene to be inside of a coffee shop. Okay. So we're just rapid firing on these. This is another lifestyle image. This one doesn't show the model. Let's do this one in a college dorm. Change the scene of the lifestyle image to be inside of a college dorm room. Okay. And I think we're at probably almost 12 minutes here. So I really need to move on, but this is what I like doing. I like going down the rabbit hole. So up to your audio, text is a little weird, copy is a little weird, anywhere you work or play. So only like big issue with this is that the microphone on the left-hand side is not oriented in the correct way. So change the orientation of the microphone on the left-hand image. The base and the microphone should be facing the woman at her laptop. Okay, and I think we just have one more here. This is the inclusions guide, so all-in-one, instant upgrade. So I don't like having these extra subheadings when they don't add anything else, so I'm probably going to remove that. It's just saying like everything that you need. So I'm going to change the copy on this, and I think everything else is pretty solid. So change the heading copy from all-in-one meeting mic set to everything you need for crystal clear calls. And then I'm just going to say, remove the subheading instant upgrade, everything for clear calls, classes, and streams. Everything else about this I kind of like. I don't like that it's showing like this probably isn't really needed, and that's not really how the LEDs on the microphone look. So I'm just going to say remove the circle on the bottom left-hand corner showing a zoomed in version of the LED lights. Okay, and with that, we have gone through and we've edited. I'm just going to count through real quick. We had, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 images. We'll go back and check those edits in a minute, but we're about 12, 13 minutes in. So you can see how quickly I'm going through these. Remember, when I'm making images, I might go through 3 or 4 revisions per image to get it to the place that I really like. So don't be discouraged if you try creating an image and it's not perfect from the first start. So Listing Optimization AI will make a bunch of images for you based on the market intelligence. But let's say that you have done your own market intelligence or you have ideas for shots that you really want. In this case, what I've used is Claude. I just dropped in Product Opportunity Explorer data for the niche of USB microphone. And I basically said, create a shot list based on Product Opportunity Explorer. So you can see over on the right-hand side, it's giving me a list of all these different shots that I could want. And so some of these you're going to recognize already. Like we already have a mute button LED indicator. We already have that shot. Plug and play, we've got that shot. Lifestyle, this is something we're missing. Home office video call. I guess the lifestyle image that we just showed was in the right ballpark, but let's go through and we're going to generate some of these that we might be missing. So all I'm going to do is click on Generate Concept, and then I'm going to go down to Lifestyle, and then let's go with this one here. You'll notice it's quite similar to the previous image that we created, and we'll go through and we'll edit this to make it really clear that it's a home office video call. Compatibility grid. So we don't have anything that's like this yet. Something that's similar where we say it syncs with Windows, it syncs with Mac. But let's go to That would be more of an applications graphic. We do have a couple of these, but I don't think it's based on the operating system. So I like this 3 because I'm going to say Windows, Mac, and I'll say tablet. I don't know if it really syncs with a tablet, but we'll just create that concept and then we'll go edit it to be the applications. I also like this one here. Actually, let's go with that because I'm just going to say Windows, I'm going to say Mac. And let's keep going down this list. So compatibility grid, we got that 360-degree rotation. So I don't think we have something that covers rotation yet. And so for that, I'm going to use a product anatomy graphic. I want to like point to different areas of the product and kind of explain how it works. So I think this one here, I like that it's very simple. I think this will work for our purposes. So I'm going to click Generate New Concept. Now let's go back. Man, it's like I didn't even give it any feedback and it already did a great job of an at-home video call. The only issue for me is that this product is a bit too large. So let's just go through and process that edit. And I'm going to say the product is way too large. Reduce the size by 50%. Have the microphone be closer to the model. And then we just got lucky with there. It looks very clearly like an at-home video call. So that one is in the right spot. Now this one, like I just discussed, I want to talk about compatibility with the different operating systems. So I'm going to change this to Mac, Windows, PC. PC and Windows are the same thing. So I'm going to say, I'm going to add tablet on there. So we're going to click edit and I'm going to say, change the 3 bubbles to be related to compatibility. Compatible with Mac, Windows, and tablet. Change the headline to be compatible with all devices instantly. Probably change that to be instantly compatible with all devices, but again, we're moving kind of quick here, and I'm just trying to show you the workflow of getting through these. Okay, let's see. We've got a couple more minutes here, and then we're just going to review everything we've done. Let's see what else we have here. So noise cancellation visualization. We had sizing. We need a lifestyle for gaming. I know we have that in an applications graphic already. So let's go through that again. I'm just going to edit this image here. And I'm just going to say change the lifestyle scenario to be a gaming image. Show someone in a bedroom with headphones on and they're playing a console video game. Okay. And let's just pick one more really quick. This one is an interesting one, cable length reference. I don't think that's something that we've covered. So I'm going to take one of the sizing graphics that we already have, this one here, and I'm going to edit it to just reference how big the cable is. So show a sizing chart on the right-hand side, zoomed in for cable length, and put a text call out that says 12-foot cable length. Okay. So what I really like doing is like getting as many points of inspiration. If I can have like 20 or 30 secondary images that I can go into using testing. Another video that we have will cover how to prioritize all of the different images you create. But I feel like I'm getting into a pretty good spot here. I've got 27 images that I've created. Let's go through and check some of the edits that we've done on this set. So here you can see, okay, it looks like we changed to a male model. We changed it to be like a video call setting, and we changed to a coffee shop. So I'm happy with most of these, aside from the product being a little large, which I could go through and edit. So certainly moving in the right direction here. I can't remember what the edit was on this image specifically. I think it was maybe just changing the orientation of the product a little bit. I'm pretty happy with that. It looks pretty good. What did we do here? This one, it didn't look like it processed that edit. This one, it looked like it did get rid of the zoomed in bubble down here. So that's looking a lot cleaner. You can see here we went from the white background to the lifestyle, like that a lot, moving in a good direction, very clean desk. Here we move from flat white background to showing someone plugging and playing. Okay, so I'm very happy with that. That's looking really good. So really good job so far on actually processing these edits. What did we do on this one? We just got rid of the plug and play reliability, so that's making me happy. And then here, it looks like we kept the same images, but we changed the text. So I got to edit this one more time, and I'm going to say, change the image in the top left quadrant to be a mother receiving the gift from her child. And then we're going to change the top right. I'm thinking off the top of my head, I'm moving quick here. What would indicate a busy mom as a lifestyle image? I don't know. We're going to get a little silly here. And I'm going to say, like, show a stressed out, very busy mom running around the house, but she has this microphone. It's a little abstract. We'll see how she does. Again, I would slow it down quite a bit when you're working yourself. And then what do we got here? So this, we're showing it a little more. This is an area where it's like, it's not in the right ballpark of what I want. I'm going to stop editing this. I don't need to keep digging on that. You can see here we moved to the more futuristic background. I like this one a lot. Here, it did a good job. It removed the 5 stars, removed verified purchase, removed 100% quality, and it made the text half as long. So if I wanted to play around with this, testimonials, the secret is I want to try to get these headlines really good. I want to try to get the testimonial copy really cleaned and tightened up. This was a new generation on a seasonal graphic. Okay, this is good. If I wanted to change this, like, let's change this to Mother's Day. Change the copy and the lifestyle scene to be Mother's Day related. Okay, we're going to be a little bit over 20 minutes, but I'll just wrap up here and let's see where we are. We have 2 more images left. So here we've got someone, they're playing around with this. He is gaming, but it's like this lifestyle scene doesn't really scream gaming. So change the lifestyle scene to be a teenager wearing a hooded sweatshirt with over-ear microphone, sitting in a gaming chair, playing a game on a big TV. The microphone is on the desk. Okay. And let's see what we got here. Okay, so again, it changed the copy, but it didn't change the images. So let's change the images in each of the 3 circles to show a Mac computer, a Windows PC zoomed in, and a tablet zoomed in. You don't need to show the microphone. Cool. Cool. So look, this was about 20 minutes of work. Imagine how much you could get done in an hour. This was rapid fire editing and generation. Go deep on this stuff, right? 3 rules that I'm going to give you, as always. Number 1, focus on the purpose of the image. Number 2, magic happens in revisions. And then number 3 is very relevant for this. We're all just guessing until we're testing. So I can make all of these images, but none of this matters until we actually run it through a validation software like our product pinning integration, or upload this to Amazon Manager Experiments and see, do these new secondary images that I've created, do they outperform the current competition? So that's where we will wrap up for today. I hope you found this video to be helpful, and I will see you in the next one.